What is up, guys? It is Coach, and I'm bringing you a Deadzone video. It's been a while. Took a little break from Deadzone. You know, a new 3.0 was coming out, and it's always good to take a break. We did some other projects, playing some other games, but, now it's time to get back into it. So, Mantic released a video announcing this. They revealed some stuff, and you got to listen, and you got to look, between the lines to see what they're talking about, because, this is coming out soon, so they didn't want to reveal too much, but they did talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to let you know what I think, and let's get right into it. Okay, so now new rule book's coming out. We've got an 88-page core rule book, 127-page force list, 2 books, rule book, and then the stats for the force lists. So from what I'm hearing, the rule book has got all the FAQs, got all the stuff that's been out there forever, all over the place, condensed into new things, the errata, everything. It's a good idea, man. It just clean it up. Let's get everything filed and packaged nice and neat into this compact little book, and we'll get that out there. Then you have the force list, 127 pages, 10 factions with new entries. Okay, so we got 2 books. We have a rule book and a quote-unquote codex. We've been doing this for years. All right, came out with the rule book, that hardcover rule book that everybody had forever. All right, but then we had Escalation, we had Outbreak, we had all these books, so we had the force lists in there. Same difference, okay? I guess the force list will just be stats, and instead of coming out with a new book like, say, Outbreak or Escalation with the new errata and new abilities and all that good stuff in it, it's going to be in the rule book. It's a good idea. It's not a problem. This is basically a cleanup and then a way to introduce new stuff. All right, rules, campaigns, and 16 scenarios. All the good stuff that you come to know from Mantic. I like that cover art. I'm not agreeing with the fact that there isn't a Forge Father on it, but I'll get over it. All right, so here's the rulebook pages. If you look at it, listen, I got to tell you, I've been playing Deadzone. Myself and Andrew, we've been playing Deadzone since it first came out. We met Ronnie at Adepticon, and he said, this game is coming out today. We did a little demo with him. We did a video with him, and it was just cool, man. It was cool. We loved it, fell in love with it from the beginning. It's only gotten better. But what I've always appreciated was the emphasis of the artwork and the overall package that they put together for Deadzone. All right, it's a sci-fi universe. It's not really grimdark or horror or whatever. We're in a different type of universe here. More like I akin it to, like, say, Star Trek or anything, like Star Wars or something like that. Not where everything is hopeless, but, everybody's got a chance. Everybody, from the veer-myn to the plague to the GCPS to the almighty Forge Fathers. So here we go. If you look, here's some command dice. It seems to be purchase or reroll. I can't really read it, but I think you can take any of your command dice and spend it for a reroll. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know, like my first 2 or 3 models that go in a turn, in a round, I usually get rid of all my command dice. I try to, use them. I don't want to get stuck with 1 or 2. It really bothers me when that happens. This is a good addition to it. I'm glad they didn't screw up the command dice, because I think this is one of the greatest changes that ever happened when they came into it with version 2. All right, and here's just another example. Those old pictures, new artwork. The rule book is very sexy. I'm digging it, man. All right, I like this. I like what they're doing here. Everything looks good. If you see on the bottom left, there is that awesome Forge hammer, which everybody should have. All right, so here's another page from the rule book, but now we got to discuss line of sight. All right, here's a little sticking point for me. So I told you I'm an old grizzled veteran playing Deadzone from day one. And if you look at the veer-myn model on the left, his gun and his arm and tail are in the red zone. If you look at the Asterion model on the right, from the base to the top of his head is in this green zone, but everything else is in the red zone. So his sword, the shield, those fins are out of it. It was explained to me that when the gun sticks out or the arm sticks out, it simulates the guy looking around the corner or sticking his head out looking around it, or maybe like say he's backing up not knowing someone's there and he's getting shot in the back or the rear end or whatnot. And I always love that about Deadzone. It's one of my favorite things as far as line of sight and whatnot. Now it's the green zone is kind of like a cylinder going from the base to the top of the head, all right? Or let's say the top of the model, because if you look at the left, the veer-myn model, that's really kind of his hunched back because it's a little hunched over. All right, so this is the one that's sticking in my craw. This is the one I'm not really fond of, because I did like I explained, you know, the guy looking around the corner. That's originally the way it was explained to me, and I really do like it. And now they're doing this this cylinder type line of sight. Here's my take on that. In every edition, new things come out, new rules come out. Factions that you like to use are going to lose some stuff. Factions you don't like to use gain some stuff. Factions that you do use will gain some stuff, lose some stuff. It's just the way of the world, all right? This is one of the things I'm not too crazy about, okay? But I understand it in the fact that this. You're going to make a cool model, make a dynamic pose, do some modeling, do some this, do, you know, like bend it, scrape it on cool bases, and you make them your own, okay? They might be standing on some rubble, they might have a piece sticking out like that downship in the Asterion model, and you know that has nothing to do with anything. You shoot that model, you shoot that piece of the aircraft that he's jumping over. It doesn't make sense that I had to admit the model, and I understand where they're coming from. I know that it is made for that, and I understand that. I don't have to like it, but I will get used to it, and I'll play it, and that's just the way it is. But I did like that whole thing with the concept of looking around the corner and sticking out and stuff. But then again, you know, and I'm guilty of it, man. And I don't know, maybe I even invented it, where I would use some of the ruined terrain and stick a gun barrel in there, and the guy's like, I got full models, and no, my gun barrel's sticking in the ruined terrain. You don't have full. I don't know if that's breaking the game, but, you know, don't hate the player, you know, hate the rules. So I used to do that, but I understand it's going to negate that. But now here's the thing. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. You can use the old line of sight rules. It's okay. Doesn't matter. But this is the way it is in the rule book. I'm all for it. You know, I mean, I like the other one better, but I'll adapt. I'll be okay. Don't worry, guys. Sleep at night knowing the fact that Coach will be okay with this. All right. So here's another thing from the rulebook pages, the keywords. Now, if you are an old Deadzone warhorse like myself, that old heavy thing. We used to say heavy, you know, it's a heavy weapon, but it's not a heavy weapon, but it is a heavy weapon. Oh, man, it went round and round and round. I've been saying this frickin' thing for years, man. This needs to change. Keywords need to be changed. Things need to be better. You know, I hopefully Agile's better. You know, all this stuff. Just hopefully it's a lot better. I see drop suit here, which I guess other people could take drop suits. I'm not a big fan of giving everybody everything. You know, if that drop suit is a Forge Father thing that makes them unique, I think they should have it themselves. I don't know if they do. I'm just giving my opinion on that. You know, that's just the way I think it is. You know, I wasn't too crazy about the Rebels getting Defender shields, and you know, I was on the rules committee at the time, which I'm not anymore. I wasn't really for giving them 2 or 3 Defender shields, but you know, things you like, things you don't. It's the way it is. But I think that certain factions should have uniqueness, and you know, giving that away is not. It's really not good for the game. But changing keywords to make them streamlined and make them understandable. I'm sure we have some new keywords that are replacing old keywords, like heavy. So hopefully that'll be something easier for new players to get into. And, you know, it was one of those things where you're a veteran Deadzone player and you just kind of accepted it and roll with it. But now I guess it's good that we're not going to have to do that anymore, and we can have a definitive answer on these keywords. All right, scenarios. You need missions. You don't have missions, you don't have a game. All right, it just go out there and kill each other, kind of as is a boring thing to do. I mean, but sometimes it's good. Just go out there, let's kill each other, see who's stronger. But scenarios make things a little bit different because that gives every model a chance to shine. If you look here, from what I'm hearing is, these are the old missions, 1, 2, 3, 4. You look here, that's going to be a new neoprene mat, and also paper mat. But, they've come out with a new mat. We haven't had a new mat since the last Kickstarter, a new neoprene mat since the last Kickstarter. And I've been going, from other companies like Mats by Mars to get those mats. So, it's good. Coming out with new stuff. It's always good. So, new scenarios. They didn't really reveal much. The sneaky guys just showed us old missions, but hopefully soon we'll be seeing more of that. All right, so here's the faction list. I got a lot to talk about, so we're going to get down. All right? You might want to grab a drink and sit back and relax. All right, so the faction list is a new way of showing the lists, all right, or a new way of organizing the lists. So let's look at the marionette, right? On top is all his stats. On the bottom is the unit, so it's a marionette. You could take a trooper or a specialist. If you look, let's say no rifle, range 5, all the way across, no keywords, 1 VP, costs a 9, all in one shot. I like that. I like that a lot, okay? If you look at the marionette specialist, you want to take a sniper rifle, range 12. Its keyword is sniper scope, 2 VPs, 16 points. So you don't have to do like, a marionette costs X amount, then you're going to add this and everything. It's already done for you. It's pretty laid out, pretty straightforward, okay? So if you look at Cypher, same thing, troop specialists over there. Now, there's a few things on here that I've been talking about since I was on the rules committee, since I was on just a player, things I've been going on for years. All right, number 1, let's look up here. I'm gonna hopefully you can see the mouse. First things first, base. What size base do you put this model on? Why didn't we do this forever? I've been saying we should do this. Just tell us what the frickin' size of the base is. Oh, it's the one that comes with it. Well, you know what? They don't always come with the right bases, or which model goes on which. It was just silly. I never understood that. Never understood that. Because I put my peacekeepers on a 25 mil base. Well, since there was no bases, they shouldn't be on a 40 mil base. I know in Firefight, they had it. So why didn't Deadzone have it? It made no sense to me. This is a good change. Okay, thumbs up. Number 2, what are the size of it? Now, we know the size, okay, size 1. But here's the thing. Health points, hit points, whatever, heart points, I don't know what we're going to call it. I think it's health points, 2 points. So we know old war dogs like me, size 1, he's got 2 wounds. All right? Now, it already tells you that. Why didn't we have it before? I don't know. All right? I don't know. All right, same thing, armor, all the good stuff there. All stats are here. But like I say, base and health points, it's a great addition, especially if you don't know what you're doing. All right, now let's come down here. Okay? We all know that ciphers are vulnerable. All right? So now you're saying to me, well, size 1, why does he only have 1 health point when he should have 2? But we all know that they are vulnerable. So I guess vulnerable has been taken out, because now with the fact of the health points, they will replace the fact that you don't need vulnerable anymore. We could throw that out. So that's it. I don't know how they're going to explain it, because knowing that they were vulnerable and had 1 health point because of the size, and they only had 1 wound, I don't know how they're going to describe that, but it makes sense that, we know that the cipher is 1, so I don't know how they're going to explain that, so hopefully in the book we'll explain that. But I'm digging this. I like this. I like the whole thing, and it makes it a little easier. 13 points, 22 points, 25 points here, giving you all your VPs here for it. So, up here, a regular troop cipher is 2 points, but if you become a specialist, it's 3 points, and there's your points costs. Okay, so it seems like they have an army builder. It's called Easy Army. I've always used Battle Scribe, but what I really like to use was, I would just put everything in an Excel file and use that. All right, for me, I really like to do that. I thought that was the way to go, but this looks cool. and it's in line with that. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if it's a subscription or whatever. I know this is a Kings of War type deal, and they're going to integrate into that. Looks okay, looks cool. All the stats are there. Anything with the list and stats are there. Maybe you can put this like on your iPad or on your phone and use it that way. It might be a little bit better to, just a little bit easier on the eyes and easy to find stuff there. So, it's going to take a little getting used to, because I was used to using my Excel sheet. But yeah, I'm all for this. It's not bad. All right, so now what Mantic is doing is coming out new 2-player starter set. GPS versus veer-myn, new resin leader miniatures, new hard plastic terrain, new tokens, new gaming mat. So there's the mat. I think this one is paper, but then you can buy the other one. Veer-myn and GCPS looks cool. I mean, geez, I have a GCPS mega set, and I have a whole veer-myn army. So I could actually run it like in Firefight if I really wanted to, with all the vehicles and whatnot. It looks like a good starter. You get the 2 books, you get the tokens, all that stuff. It looks like black command dice and good old D8s for your 8 trains there. But, they've done a little different upkeep of the terrain. It's basically, you got some of the old stuff and then some of the new stuff. It looks like a sushi shop and stores and whatnot. So, hey, moving the narrative forward, moving the game forward. I like it. I like what they're doing. I've always loved the Deadzone terrain. I use it for other games too. I mean, it's great for everything. All right, so let's start talking about models, what we came here to see. Ranger Lieutenant or Therese Washington, somebody new there. I'm digging that. And the pack leader looks like a big bad mamma jamma. I just will still keep saying this for forever. How many new veer-myn models we need? Let's get some Forge Father models and some new Enforcer models and stuff like that. So, we got a lot of veer-myn. I mean, the veer-myn have come from behind, from crap that you couldn't play in when they first came out, to actually being, a viably strong faction that, that you could really throw down with, man. So the veer-myn are really fleshed out, man. They got enough. Let's get some love everywhere. New strike teams. Oh, look, more veer-myn. Awesome. From what I hear, they're breaking up. You see this one pack has 13 miniatures, 5 miniatures, 7 miniatures. I guess if you want, so guy like me, I got a bunch of stuff here. All right, I got everything here. But in the Broodmother Matriarch booster set over there, those 2 dudes up there I don't have. And then in the one on the left, all the way to the left, the Claw Pack starter, that new model that we just saw before, it looks pretty cool. So, if you're going to get those, I'll probably go in with a few guys, get them, split up the models this way, because give them the models they don't have, and I'll take the models I don't have. New way of merchandising. It's a good thing, But then again, in the past, Mantic was pretty good. You get 2 boxes and you get the whole set. So I guess now you got to get 3. From what I hear, the prices are going to be okay. So, stay tuned for that. All right, so new minis at launch. The new Brood Guard. These 2 dudes. More veer-myn. Look at that, more veer-myn. I will say, though, I like these guys a lot, man. I like this guy on the left. He's looking to slash and bash. They got some new keywords that I guess are going to make them harder to kill. So now the veer-myn, I think, are the most extensive, with like almost like peacekeepers and cheap troops and whatnot. So the most well-rounded faction. I know I'm throwing a lot of smoke at veer-myn right now, but I got to tell you, when I was playing them, I loved them. They were up and coming, one of my most favorite factions in Deadzone, because there's a lot of variety to it. So I'm looking forward to getting these guys. My main thing, I got to see the rules. I got to see the stats to see if they're good. I mean, beautiful models are one thing. Beautiful models that sit on the side are not. Resin tac drone. So I think this is going to be just like the gun teams, with different weapons and things on it, but it looks like it's a little bit more mobile and stuff. I've always said in the past, those weapon teams, or those big units that shoot straight ahead with line of sight and stuff, not being able to go through buildings. I've always wanted, I was always pushing to do that, where something can shoot through buildings and stuff. I doubt that they're in the new edition because that was something I was always shot down for, and I think it would be good in Deadzone. I don't think it'd be a big deal, but if these guys move and are able to shoot with the same gun that the weapon teams use, it's gonna be gonna be a game changer. All right, if these guys look like they can crawl up walls and stuff like that, this might be cool. And I think this is for the GCPS, so this is I guess in the starter set or in maybe the new GCPS stuff will be in there. I like it. It looks pretty cool. All right, but let's see what happens with the rules. That's the main thing with me. Cool models, bad rules, like I said, or crappy rules, they stay on your shelf. It's not worth it. They got to be able to be playable. All right, so I guess coming over from Overdrive, we got the Marionette Phantom and the Tigrax Outrider. I have to say that I haven't really been following Overdrive. I'm just, I'm a Deadzone fanatic, so that's where it's all about. The Tigrax Outrider is pretty cool. Kind of, he looks like he got a yindage on his back and he's riding it, so it's pretty cool. The Marionette Phantom, another boon to the Asterians. I like it. Looking good. I do like these the direction they're going with the models. I really do. So keep it up. So this is the roadmap for release. If you see on the side, revised strike teams, all this stuff here. But November, the Artificers. Finally, we'll get some Artificers in there. A new sub-faction or an addition to the Forge Fathers. I'm all for it. I think instead of making some frickin' veer-myn models, let's get some more Forge Fathers, because they should be the #1 faction in Deadzone, in my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, I'm digging this Artificer. I'm wondering what they're all about. All right, so now check these out, man. New resin minis, Plague and Marauder. So let's talk about the Plague. I think that's the Plague Lord from what I see. Now, there was some stuff that they revealed before. I don't know if that's our stage 1 or if that's maybe the lieutenant. I'm assuming it probably is a stage 1, but new sculpt for him. But I gotta tell you, I like this new sculpt, but I'm still a fan of the old guy, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe because the stage 1 was one of my favorite models. It was, if you listen to Team Building Exercise back in the day, the new models were there, and I really did like him. But this guy looks pretty cool. I could see him doing some stuff. Might get him to throw him in there and do a new strain or a new color scheme for my Plague. And then this hard plastic Marauder. Now, I will say that on Family Gamers, the Marauders really don't get that much love. I do have a bunch of their models, but they are the one faction in Deadzone that we have the least amount of models. But check this guy out. He's pretty cool. He's looking good. Might have to get some Marauder models and get them on the table, and I'm sure there's going to be some hard plastic stuff. And I think they were alluding to that the Marauders will be in Firefight. Hey, listen, build it up, man. I know people love orcs. They love orcs. I'm not one of them, but I do like to play them. I play them a few times. Not really my play style, but a lot of fun to play with. Maybe this might be a new fun project for me. Get some Marauders on the table. And all right, that's it. That is the reveal of what they had here and my opinion on the stuff. Looking forward to it. All right, of course I would be. I can't wait. I want to get some stuff on the table, rolling my 8 trains and destroying my opponents and ripping their hearts out and doing what I got to do in Deadzone. Bringing you guys some more Deadzone content, some faction breakdowns, some analysis, and also good old-fashioned battle reports. So if you've stuck with me this far, I really appreciate it. We have a Discord server. Why don't you check out the link below, and you can get on there talking. Man, oh man, it's been alive today with all the Deadzone stuff. Also, we have a Patreon page. So if you like what we're doing and you want to support the channel in another way, it would be a great way and a great help to us if you'd be able to chuck in a buck. So from all of us here at Family Gamers, we'd like to say thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully more Deadzone stuff coming to you soon. Take care.